Hey, happy Halloween, everyone. That sexy nerd is coming at you again. And I hope you have a super sexy Halloween, everyone. I'm not doing, I would love to do the whole and make the screen all black and white, but those are for the other videos. Check out my Halloween 3 Season of the Witch reaction. And it should be coming out tonight. The Werewolf by Night special. That's that I've also done a reaction to that, and I'm really proud of that one. Even though I do have to edit it a little bit later, but whatever. But anyway, Death Battle: Michael Myers versus Jason, two of the best horror icons ever put to film. Man, like I never thought I'd see this day. Because, Freddy versus Jason. All these damn people were supposed to fight each other after that movie came out, but it just never happened. Like, there were so many fights I was imagining. Jason and Michael Myers and all this. And, it would have been all great. Like somebody versus Chucky. Oh, Leprechaun versus Chucky. There we go. That would have been amazing. But I got to tell you, not only that, these horror movies have like a near and dear place to my heart. I moved up here from the city, and it was a completely different environment from what I was used to, and I had trouble adjusting to it. And it took time, but I was able to waste that time by watching horror movies and watching all these iconic serial killers for the first time in my life. Ever. And, it just kind of made those years a lot better and a lot more entertaining, and especially some of my favorites, obviously, were Halloween and Friday the 13th. I always, don't get me wrong, I also love Nightmare on Elm Street and Chucky. I love those guys too. But, unfortunately, they're not here. And yeah, Michael has had a great run through all of his movies. He's probably had even more movies than Jason. But Jason, honestly, has been like such a destructive force in this thing. And honestly, sometimes more often than not, you root for him, which is really weird, even though he's a psychotic, murdering asshole. I mean, we all know we were all rooting for Jason and Freddy versus Jason. So, but anyway, let's not talk about my past history with horror movies anymore. Let's just get into the episode. And remember, smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content. And join us at our channel, at my channel here, which is growing every single day. And with that out of the way, let's just get into the episode.
Prepare yourselves. It's time we tell the tale of Crystal Lake's masked murderer, Jason Voorhees.
And the horrifying boogeyman of Haddonfield, Michael Myers.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to bring terror and fright on this Halloween night on Death Battle.
Wow, it's gonna be in 3D? Holy crap.
Within the woods of Crystal Lake lurks a killer, buried but not dead, doomed to rise from the grave and slaughter those who live and love, if you know what I mean.
This is the curse of Jason Voorhees.
Rumor has it he was a deformed child, bullied and harassed all of his life, only cared for by his single mother. But not even Mama Voorhees could save Jason when he tragically drowned at Camp Crystal Lake. Or did he?
Over time, Crystal Lake became wrought with strange disappearances and violent deaths.
Including the camp counselors who should have been watching Jason when he drowned all those years ago. Someone, or something, ... was out for vengeance.
And yet these harrowing murders were committed by none other than...
That's when Kevin lost his bacon. Oh, that was way dumber than I thought it was going to be.
Jason's own mother, Pamela Voorhees, seeking revenge against those who neglected her child, dooming him to his terrible end.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Good for her, I guess.
However, even after her killing spree was cut short, the deaths continued. Nobody could prove it,
why,
but
God?
maybe, just maybe, Jason was still alive.
Holy shit!
Daisy.
Yeah, he's definitely alive. Wait, has he been living in the lake this whole time?
Jason
who
has
cares?
far beyond
Makes
any
no
normal
sense.
man. You can swing an axe in his face, blast half his body away, or trap him in an exploding building. Yet it will all be in vain.
Even when one of the few survivors of his attacks hacked him to pieces, Jason rose again. Seriously, this happens a lot.
Nobody knows the true source of his unkillable nature. Some say it's an indigenous curse, others say it's the Necronomicon, and some even say it's a hell worm. So, not too many reasonable answers.
Either way, be careful, or you just might end up on the wrong side of Jason's trusty machete, something he uses with enough strength to split skulls and pierce metal.
Even when Jason has no weapon, he can be resourceful and oddly creative with his kills. He might bludgeon you to death with a sleeping bag, drown you in a garbage can, or snap you in half between a bedfold.
Worst of all, this demented mama's boy will always get his prey. Oh, you think you can run away? Well, think again, idiot. He can teleport.
No, he can't.
Oh, yeah? Well, how about the time he appeared in multiple places at once around this dance floor?
Yeah, he killed Kelly Who.
See? Teleporting.
Wrong. Hallucinations resulting from a mix of cocaine and panic.
Okay, smartass.
didn't do as
How
much
about when he
cocaine.
teleported from one end of this ship to another? How'd he get there?
Actually, when watching the full scene for complete context, there is plenty of time afforded for Jason to jump down the deck while off camera. He is quite athletic after all.
What, without making any sound?
Yeah,
The guy's built
exactly.
Like he's made of 100 brick houses. Are we watching the same movie?
Look, fans have argued this for years, and while admittedly those moments are questionable, they're not enough to prove actual teleportation.
Okay, how about this one? In Jason X, where 3 soldiers are shooting him straight on, and he just disappears. Poof! Gone!
Oh, man.
While they're looking right at him, goddammit, it's teleporting.
And man, that's like the only one I haven't seen. I've only seen like reviews for it, man. I do gotta watch that movie. I want to see Uber Jason in all his glory.
Well, I'm sure there's a logical explanation.
I just stared at this scene while processing 900 trillion frames per second, and Boomstick is correct.
Wow.
Also, now my eyes are broken. Joy.
You know, Jason can actually teleport in the video game, so I believe it.
I suppose teleporting would explain how, despite his hulking size, Jason can move with ghostly silence and pick off victims one by one. Are you sure about this, dummy? Dummy. Either way, Jason's unstoppable bloodlust makes him a horrifying threat.
Even if you think you're protected by a foot of solid steel, he'll just crash through it to stab you.
And though it's tough to believe, there may actually be a deadlier Jason out there too.
Stronger, faster, and campier. This is Uber Jason, rebuilt from Jason's
Comics?
remains through a sinister fusion of science and mysticism. And guess what? Normal Jason later fought Uber Jason
How?
and actually held his own. Yeah, the comics get
Okay.
kind of wacky. Just go with it.
Only
I guess so.
natural for a monster that has fought other supernatural entities.
Like Freddy Krueger, Leatherface, and the groovy man himself, Ash Williams.
Indeed.
Yeah, well,
so be warned, if you ever see a shadow moving through the darkness and hear a familiar, run. Jason is out to find you, and
baby.
chances are you are
baby.
not leaving alive. On a bleak Halloween night, Michael Myers was born into the world as a seemingly normal child. However, beneath his pale, blank face hid something dark, something evil.
How evil?
Was he born
Well,
next to
he
a
stabbed
boiler
his
room?
sister Judy to death when he was just 6 years old. Oh, what a rascal.
Michael was institutionalized at a sanitarium where he simply sat still, almost like a machine. His psychiatrist, Dr. Loomis, spent 8 years trying to reach him, but Michael never said a word.
But even when locked
61?
up, he still managed to get away with several murders, including Loomis's fiancée. There was no helping or stopping Michael. More than anything, he wanted to kill.
After 15 years, the night before Halloween, he broke out of the sanitarium, leaving behind one word: sister.
The story goes Michael had another sibling, Lori, and for some unknowable reason, he wanted her to suffer the same fate as Judy. And everyone else, really. He's not too picky, and he could do it too.
For in his hands, anything can be a deadly weapon. Countless
Yeah.
reports of various murders have appeared across Haddonfield. He's exploded heads,
Yeah,
boiled people
I don't
alive,
even
and
know
used
how
his
to-
trademark knife to stab poor souls to walls like some macabre piece of art.
When they say to admire your work, I don't think this is what they meant. And this isn't some
Killed
special
Clark
combat
Kent.
knife or dagger. He did this with an ordinary kitchen knife.
Michael is also surprisingly clever, despite being confined for nearly all his
yeah.
life. At some point, he apparently taught himself how to drive.
It's pretty clear this masked
Come on.
psycho was definitely plotting something while he was in the ward.
All these kills were just a detour to his ultimate goal, Laurie. On an all too familiar Halloween night, he finally met his long-lost sister and nearly killed her.
But Loomis intervened, shooting Michael and sending him out a window. Phew, well, guess that's the end of him. Yeah, you know it's not.
No one knows how, but the body simply vanished, only to return later that night as if nothing had happened.
There's a reason why they call him the boogeyman.
Even after being set on fire and
Yeah,
rendered
seriously.
comatose, Michael Myers would not be stopped.
Almost like he's some kind of invincible undead monster.
Many explanations have been given for Michael's strange abilities, but some less reputable sources suggest he's bound to the ancient
Oh, not the
druidic
Thorn
curse
cults.
of Thorn, whose symbol is, well, they say it's an ancient icon of Halloween, but it's actually the Norse rune for Thor.
It really
sometimes
is.
called the Thorn rune. I think they just Googled rune and thorn and called it a day.
Whoa. Is Michael Myers a Viking? Yes! Awesome!
Curse or no curse, Michael is inexplicably driven to kill without hesitation, and his victims almost never see him coming.
It's true. Oh, wow.
You said, uh-oh.
While explaining Michael away with a vague curse is nothing more than a crutch for the truth, the fact of the matter is, no one knows why he is so cruel, so violent, so unstoppable. He just is.
At the end of the day, evil gives no explanation, only despair.
Michael
true.
thrives not just on the satisfaction of murder, but the fear it inflicts in others.
Even scarier, his kills are done with surgical precision. He can murder you as quickly or slowly as he wants. This guy knows exactly what he's doing with that kitchen knife. He's like a hibachi chef of death.
And yet, his attacks were almost brought to an end by Laurie herself. But when the time came for the final blow, Michael proved his intelligence and wit by faking his own death using a body double.
All while getting his sister to commit murder for him.
Wow. Fought Buster Rhymes evenly. Yeah, as if... Jesus, man.
Honestly, I'm kind of impressed.
He's also either impossibly sneaky, or he can use teleportation,
right?
Because he once moved through a yard full of motion sensors without setting off a single
Oh,
one
right.
until he wanted to.
Look at this. There's just no stopping him. Fill him full of bullets, Michael will come back ready to rip off your head. Put him in the center of an exploding church, he'll survive and go on to kill dozens more people, just for dramatic effect.
It was this relentless evil that made the people of Haddonfield go ballistic and band together to end Michael Myers once and for all.
Oh, yeah?
Unfortunately, the town would soon realize that
never saw
was
this
just
one.
not possible.
Any ordinary person would have been long dead after what he experienced, but he took all of the town's punishment, got right back up, and went right back to doing what he does best.
And you know what's the creepiest part about all this? They never caught him. He's still out there looking for his next prey, I assume.
So every Halloween night, lock your doors, turn off your lights, and pray you'll make it to morning. Because the boogeyman is real, and his name is Michael Myers.
Mother is talking to you. The blackest eyes. The devil's eyes.
Oh.
Kill her. Kill her.
Oh boy, this lady's already screwed. Why didn't you get in the car? Did someone steal my kill? You son of a bitch! what the? Yeah, I don't think Michael's got a chance here. Oh, well, okay. Oh,
Alex!
wrong one.
Where are you? We gotta go!
Oh my God, it's Matt from Until Dawn.
I was right there, and I could have done something. I tried to do something. It wasn't good enough.
Well, I guess he's gonna die here then. Oh, please throw the axe. Oh, throw the axe. Why are you stopping? What the hell? Up with the animation. Oh. Come on, kid. You're the only black guy here. You gotta make it. Or maybe not. Oh. Oh, damn!
Kill him, Jason. Kill him! Make Mother proud.
Yeah, no. See, no. Exactly. Oh, we got him right in the head. Oh. See? Knew it. I know why, too. Ooh! Damn! There went Michael.
Hey-o! Okay, are we sure he's dead? Can't be too careful with these
Yeah, that's
guys.
true.
Michael Myers won't be rising from the grave this time. Jason was too much for him. The stories may
Seriously?
paint these slashers as unstoppable, but they do have limits and can be understood.
To Michael's credit, he could match Jason in a lot of ways. Both were experts in methods of killing, and both could totally teleport.
Theoretically, though if both of them really could teleport, then neither had an advantage in that regard.
That's
So
true.
teleportation deniers can rest easy knowing it wasn't really a factor here.
Even
Yeah, so I know why exactly. It's because one of them is a war. It's like Omni-Man versus Homelander. That's the closest comparison I can make. It's that one is a warrior and one is a bully. And I wouldn't call Michael Myers a bully, but he's, at the end of the day, he's not as experienced as Jason is. Like, Jason has not only survived a whole bunch of like crazy shit, but he's fought. According to them, I didn't even know he fought Leatherface, but he fought Leatherface and other supernatural creatures. And Michael Myers has just been struggling with people. So there you go. And, you know, honestly, his weapon of choice is also not good against the machete.
the explosions they both survived were similar in size and destructibility.
But Jason held the edge with his superior endurance and healing. Michael faking his death with a body double was
What's also
clever,
that
but he
strength?
did it because he explicitly could not survive something like decapitation or getting half his torso blown off.
But Jason
Jason
could.
can.
He also had more experience fighting other supernatural enemies like Leatherface, Freddy, and his uber self. So I doubt Michael could have surprised him with something he's never seen before.
And Jason was just as strong and vicious as Michael, if
think
not
it's more.
So given the difference in survivability, he had a much better chance of striking Michael down first. In a battle between two unkillable monsters, it's only natural it would come down to who was more unkillable.
After being ripped to pieces, Michael could now rip in peace. Right, Jocelyn?
Everyone's gone. You're
Jocelyn?
next.
Hello?
The winner is Jason Voorhees. Thank you for watching. Stay
Sauron? Oh, who the hell is that? Oh, the Lich King. Oh, okay. Sorry guys, I've never played Warcraft, World of Warcraft, but I've heard of the Lich King from other things, from like Final Fantasy and ironically Adventure Time. But I don't know if it's the same Lich King. I'm sure, I'm sure it's a little different. Well, I don't know. Maybe it'll have a similar backstory because I don't even think that the Lich King has is like Sauron, but I don't know nothing, so I guess we'll find out. But Sauron is probably gonna get his ass kicked. Let's just be real, because he's not Melkor. He's not. I mean, it's not that Sauron is not a huge threat. He is, but I don't know if they're putting up against. I don't know. He got defeated by a hobbit. So, you know, hey, what are you gonna do? I guess the Lich King has to drop the Ring of Power into the fire, and boom, there you go. But yeah, the fight was actually pretty good. I wish the animation was a little bit better. I gotta agree with someone who, and I'm sorry. I felt like I was being a little bit rude about it, but no, I think I originally thought that the 3D fights were better than the 2D fights, but honestly, I think this year the 2D fights have outclassed the original one, the 3D fights, which were like honestly the highlights of some of these. But now, I mean, some of them were great, like Black Adam versus Apocalypse. And I mean, the last one was really great too. So I mean, yeah, Archie Sonic versus Trunks, and who was? Oh yeah, and let's not forget SpongeBob versus Aquaman. That was amazing. But yeah, but see, yeah, that's what I was saying from before. I was like, yeah, I always knew Jason was going to win this because I don't know if I agree that he's not stronger than Michael, or that they're about the same strength. I honestly think Jason might be stronger than Michael, but that's just my opinion, and I guess just the way he looks. But Michael does have his weaknesses, as I've said, and honestly, I saw that scene. I never saw Halloween, the other two recent Halloween movies, like Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. I don't know what the other one was named, but that scene that they showed where the entire townspeople started beating on Michael Myers, I can't even imagine Jason being that way. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like if all those people had tried to attack Jason, he probably would have started killing them immediately. They wouldn't have had a chance to beat him down like that. So, I don't know. I don't claim to be an expert, but still, it just seemed Jason just seemed the better pick, and you know, and I was right. So, but anyway, that was a fun one. So please smash that like button if you want to see more sexy yet nerdy content, and subscribe if you really think I deserve it. And also check out for my Halloween videos. So happy Halloween, everyone, and enjoy yourselves. And I'll see you all in the next video.